This is the part where they get mad at us. Round one, let people feel comfortable. But a round of 32 does not care about feelings. Because when you start lining up real assassins, the rapper you thought was untouchable starts looking kind of touchable. The question ain't, is he great? The question is he great enough to survive this room? 16 walk in, 16 go home. Let's get it, y'all. Welcome to Grown Man. It is round of 32 in the Sweet 16 in the GMB Rap Madness Greatest Rapper Alive tournament. Let's get it, BA. East bracket, we're going to start with the number 1 seed versus the number 8 seed. Nasir Jones versus MC Lyte. BA, would you like to go first or should I?
I don't want to go at all. How about that?
I'll start it off for you. This one was easier for me when I went back to look than I wanted it to be. Nas is just a juggernaut if we're looking at the greatest rapper alive, man, because it cuts out the rappers that have passed away that did great things. And that just makes Nas just so much stronger for me. As much as I love MC Lyte, as much as she contributed, I got to go with Nas, man.
I don't want to say it. I don't want to. Yeah, man, look, the rubber hits the road. It's just one of them points where you just got to rip the Band-Aid off. And unfortunately, sometimes making it to the tournament is good. Getting to the 32 says something. So congratulations to MC Lyte making it to the 32. But unfortunately, Cinderella has lost her shoe.
The number 1 seed in the East, Nas advances to the Sweet 16. MC Lyte, we salute you. BA, if you didn't like that one, you have to start this one. The number 5 seed, LL Cool J, versus the number 4 seed, Rakim. And y'all don't forget, the full bracket, the updated bracket, and the rules for everything are down in the comments. Go check it out. BA, this one's on you, man. If you're listening on the podcast, BA is despondent, I think is the best word to use.
I'm beside myself. I'm chartreuse.
I see 3 of him over
Look,
there.
I'm just gonna go. It's for me. It's Cool J. Catalog. It's got to be Cool J. I can't compare lyrical ability because Rakim really doesn't have very many comparable lyrical people. So I got to throw that out. I mean, I'll give that. You know, as they say in battle rap, I give the nod to LL as a gentleman's 2-1.
Yeah, I went with LL too, man. The cultural influence for LL was a little bit stronger to me, now that I think about it. But yeah, I went with him on all 3 of those just for the catalog. That's a hard thing. Rakim's catalog, like we said last time, is thin, but as strong as anything in hip hop. But it doesn't have the albums to hold up to LL, man.
Salute God MC. Salute to the God MC.
And BA, I know you will love this next one. I know you'll love this next one. The number 6 seed, KRS One versus the number 8 seed, Big Daddy Kane. And I'm still going to
pass the possession arrow because I got a feeling somebody's using it.
I went first, so you have it, but it may be the case. I'm gonna go ahead and go on this one too because I still got to go with KRS One, man. I go with KRS One because the cultural influence that he has is still so strong to me. KRS One, we said last time, is hip hop, and as great as Big Daddy Kane is as an MC, and as much as he's done for hip hop, it's just unfortunate that these two had to meet this early, is the way that I think about it. But I got to go with KRS One.
Yeah, BDK was a heavy influence of mine when I started rapping, like heavy influence. But my philosophy taught me a lot about life, and Criminal Minded as an album taught me a lot about life. So yeah, I got to go with KRS too. Yeah.
And so KRS advances, Big Daddy Kane. Salute to you, sir. The final matchup in the round of 32 in the East. The number 10 seed, Busta Rhymes versus the number 2 seed, Jay-Z. BA, this one's on you, and I know it won't be a fun one.
There may be 2 people on this list whose catalog is anywhere, 3 maybe, whose catalog is anywhere close to Jay's. That's keeping a buck. So I throw the catalog situation out. Not that Bus hadn't built himself a catalog, just not the same strength. So I threw that out. Lyrical ability, they do some of the same things. They do a couple things completely different in which they both own that lane. So I threw lyrics out, right? Cultural impact, for me here, is subjective. So I threw that out. So you say, BA, you threw out all the criteria, how you pick somebody. Simple. When they was in high school, they had a rap battle. Somebody won, somebody lost. That's really how it came down for me. Like, I had to go that far back to pick a winner because I was splitting hairs. So Jay-Z won that day in the lunchroom. I'm giving it to Jay today.
His tiebreakers went all the way to the head-to-head matchup and went back to 11th grade. Busta Rhymes will be going home. Jay-Z advances to the Sweet 16 from the East. Busta Rhymes, salute to you, sir.
Busta, what it is right now.
The number 1 seed, Snoop Dogg, versus the number 9 seed, Kurupt.
I'm going to say some things that California is not going to be very happy with, but I don't care. I don't care. Kurupt is a better rapper than Snoop. He is a far better lyricist than Snoop. And you just go back to the original Chronic album. Kurupt is a better rapper.
Agree with that.
But in the last 5, 6 years, who has more cultural impact than Snoop? Yeah. The man was at the Olympics. Like we talked about that before at this show. The man got to be a correspondent at the Olympics. For me, this is easy work. This is Snoop for no other reason than the impact.
Yeah, I'm not going to hold y'all on this one. I'm going with Snoop Dogg for everything BA just said. I hope you got a good night's sleep and had a good breakfast. I hope you ate a lot of carbs this morning, because the number 12 seed, Too Short, versus the number 13 seed, Easy Fonzarese. You know what, man? Both of these guys have had huge influence on the West Coast and on hip hop.
Shout out to the Bay.
But from me, if I look at all things considered, E40's catalog versus Short's catalog, I think that's where I really just kind of lock it in for E40. And I go with E40 for me. So even though this is a 12-13 matchup, a little bit of an upset, but I'm going with E40. But you had the possession error.
Well, just like the Jay-Z Busta Rhymes situation, all the head-to-head criteria for me, I couldn't use that. So it came to me something a little more jovial, if you will. Came down to the word biatch, and whichever one of them I felt like influenced the culture. And I feel like I gotta give the to 40. I gotta give it to 40. E40 for
E40 advances in the West to the Sweet 16. Too Short. Salute, sir. The number 11 seed, the upset, Xzibit, versus the number 3 seed, The Game.
I'm not gonna hold you. Catalog prevails. I gotta go with the 3 seed, The Game.
That's exactly what I was thinking. The other two are workable, but The Game's got too much of a better catalog than Xzibit. That's just too much of an advantage.
I mean, the documentary for me, I don't know if Xzibit has a documentary. Kingmaker might be a Jesus piece worthy, yeah, because Jesus Piece is my second favorite Game album, but I just don't know if Xzibit has a documentary in there. That first Game album was a problem.
For some of you who are going to get down in the comments and tell us, I don't care who Ghost wrote on some of the Game's albums.
Do not.
Unless he did all of them, unless that same person wrote all those songs, then that's different. But so the Game advances in the West to the Sweet 16. The final matchup, and one that I was hoping to not have to ever see, really. The number 7 seed, Ice Cube versus the number 2 seed, Kendrick Lamar. I'm glad I don't have the possession arrow. For y'all who are new to the show, the possession arrow is who advances if we tie on this. BA has the possession arrow currently, and I'm going with Cube. And I'm going to tell you why I'm going with Cube. Because to me, these guys are equal in a lot of places. In a lot of places, these guys are on the same level. And you can call me a victim of my generation or a victim of my age for saying this. But Cube was a version of what Kendrick Lamar is 30 years before Kendrick Lamar was. So if they go head to head in who's the greatest, I have to, that's what I turn on. That's the sticking point for me. So for me, it's another upset, man. Upset alert. Number 7, Cube. On you, BA.
America's Most Death Certificate. To Pimp a Butterfly.
NWA. The NWA soundtrack.
I think you're right. I think you're right in the sense that Cube was Kendrick before Kendrick. And I think in most cases that would win. Not today. Today I got to go with just pure lyrical ability. And I feel like even on his best day in a straight lyrical contest, I got to give the nod. I got to give the nod to the 2 seed, and I hate it. I hate it because I don't really have a justifiable reason other than Kendrick's stamp on hip hop. Where Ice Cube might have kept his foot on his actual rivals, Kendrick winning his entire class. Then he winning everybody successful, getting it when he was getting it, and winning his beefs. That's like 3 50-point games in a row. I gotta use the possession arrow. I gotta go with Kendrick.
Okay, Kendrick Lamar takes on Ice Cube and takes him down. Kendrick will be advancing to the Sweet 16.
Don't feel good at all. That didn't feel good.
Live with it.
Live in it. Live in it.
Live in it. Down in the South, BA, the number 1 seed, Lil Wayne versus the number 9 seed, T.I. This one is not really hard for me, BA. This one is Lil Wayne still, and this one was a 12-point game. For me, this one was a 12-point game. I love T.I. I do. But lyrical ability, Lil Wayne's lyrical ability is a good couple of levels above T.I.'s, man. On his good days. And the influence, because of how Lil Wayne had to put a big piece of hip-hop on his back for so many years, I still got to give that to Lil Wayne.
Yeah, I sat over here during your turn trying to justify a way not to agree with you, and I just could not. Now, and I'm not saying that jovially. I literally was trying to go. I mean, there's some space there. I feel like, using basketball lingo, I feel like the game was close into the 4th, and T.I. went 6 minutes of the last 9 minutes of the 4th and didn't score no baskets. Lil Wayne put on a 10-0 run and shut the door.
Too many turnovers. In the 4th quarter, and Lil Wayne advances to the Sweet 16. The number 12 seed, Juvenile, versus the number 13 seed in the South, Killer Mike. BA, it's on you, man.
Before I pick, let's say respect in this round, shall we?
Mm-hmm.
Right? The 13th and the 12th both upset 4 and 5, respectively.
4 and 5 player, 4 and 5.
So shout out to both of them. Juvie might be one of them ones in New Orleans, maybe even the South. But I'm just a fan of Killer Mike. I feel like Killer Mike is the South's version of KRS One. I said it.
Wrong words. And you know what? I agree with you completely, man. I love Juvenile and his music, and he's had a huge influence on Southern music for sure. And he's been like a champion for New Orleans music
Yes, indeed.
from all the way back in the party days. I think from just like you said that Killer Mike was the KRS of the South, I was thinking the same thing. Like Killer Mike seems so focused on being just as good in the culture as he does in the music. And from my point of view, that seems like be what hip hop is about, is what Killer Mike does. So yeah, I think that adds something in that cultural influence area that Juvenile doesn't really have, or that's not as visible as what Killer Mike does. So the 13 seed upsets again. That's the Cinderella for this bracket. Killer Mike has got 2 wins and takes it into the Sweet 16. The number 11 seed versus the number 14 seed. Andre 3000 as the 11 versus Big KRIT. BA, this one hurts my heart. It just hurts it's not a hard one for me to pick. It hurts my heart because I am a huge fan of KRIT and the way he makes music. But Andre 3000 at one time was arguably the greatest MC in hip hop. And that's a lot to run into in the round of 32. So it's Andre for me.
Yeah. Sad, right?
Yeah.
Sad. This is what happens. Jay Billis with Clark Kellogg, where Michigan State or Syracuse gets ranked in the wrong place. They end up playing at West Virginia, and West Virginia had a great season. No disrespect to KRIT at all, but like, I would have to be out of my rabbit ass mind to choose KRIT over 3K. Like, that doesn't even seem logical. And I have went out there on a couple things in my life, but I'm not that crazy.
BA is still in his rabbit ass mind, and Andre 3000 advances to the Sweet 16. The number 7 seed, J. Cole versus the number 2 seed, Scarface. BA, I told you this was going to be like a Saw movie. Just one painful scene after another. Just different ways to hurt yourself. You looking sideways.
Yeah, so not even gonna hold. It's face for me. But here's the question I pose. Let's take lyrics out of it. Let's corner your region. I'm gonna put all you Southern hip hop heads to the test. J. Cole is from the Carolinas. Is he the biggest thing to ever come out of the Carolinas, legendary wise?
Outside of Jordan?
Because who? No, I mean from hip hop, from the hip hop standpoint. We know Face has stamped Houston. And from Little Kiki to Toby to Paul Wall, they will all tell you all roads in Houston, you know what I'm saying? The measuring stick starts with Face.
Yeah, easy enough for me. It's Face. I love J. Cole, man. And 5 years from now, maybe this is a different conversation. Yeah.
And I hope he's really not serious about not doing music anymore. I really do. I don't want J. Cole, and this is no shade to what I'm about to say, but I don't want J. Cole to have a Yasin Bey kind of career where you was hot, light, fire, and then you just stopped doing music right when the culture really needed you to keep going. I feel like the culture needs more from Cole, and I hope he keeps going.
So, of course, Scarface advances. Over to the modern bracket where everybody was just the island of misfit toys. The number 1 seed, Eminem, versus the number 9 seed, Drake. This one happened way too early, but this is a damn interesting battle.
Is it?
It is to me.
The people's champ.
It's the artist who's the best selling of all time as far as records go, units. And it's the
versus the guy with the most streams.
Versus the guy with the most streams.
Yeah. The algorithm's not real. Next.
What I had to go to, actually, this one was really tough for me.
Yeah, it's not easy. It's not. It really has some merit.
I still went with number 1, Eminem.
Yeah. I mean, it's slim for me. I don't need a long drawn out story, but if we count units, is Thank Me Later a Marshall Mathers LP? That's the question, right? And for me, it's a no-brainer. Like, it's not close.
Eminem in the modern bracket advances to the Sweet 16.
Ooh, this finna be hard.
Now it's the number 12 seed Big Boy versus the number 13 seed Kanye West.
I'm going with Sir Lucius Left Foot. Catalog, not even close. There's even no sense of having a conversation. And I'm going to say this, and I'm just going to keep it a buck. I don't think anybody's catalog, album for album, stands up to Kanye's sonically, like just across the board. I just don't. So I'm not going to use catalog because Big Boy, Outkast is Outkast, Big Boy is Big Boy. I just think Big Boy is a better rapper. It's my opinion. But I also think that Big Boy gave a damn about the culture longer.
I don't disagree with anything you said, but I still think the catalog that Kanye has and that period of cultural influence that he had, I mean, I know it might have completely flipped, but if I stay focused on the music and not the people themselves, I think it's Kanye for me. And yes, I will give my possession arrow back to you. Kanye advances to the Sweet 16. Big Boy.
Yeah, and I ain't mad about it.
The number 6 seed Missy Elliott versus the number 3 seed Pusha T. This is DMV on DMV violence. It's not good to see. It's not good to see.
Someone use first?
It is, and I'll make it quick, man, or as quick as I can. You know, I like to talk. I have to go with the upset here because Missy's musicality, her creativity in that realm, just brought so much to hip hop. To get it into other avenues, into other subgenres and genres and subgenres, creating other subgenres, that was a little bit too much. I mean, that's a little bit too much to me for Pusha T, only because what he does has is coined a term coke rap, and that's obviously a pretty narrow lane.
Man, look here, it's easy work. It's easy work. The only upset here is that Missy was the 6 and he was the 3. The only upset was the seeding, because to me, it's not an upset unless you've just been missing from hip hop for 20 years. I'm going Missy Misdemeanor Elliott.
Missy advances. The number 6 seed, upset alert. The number 10 seed Raekwon versus the number 2 seed Common.
Yes, I go with the I Am Hip Hop 2 award with Common, because I have what? Common sense. Yeah,
I see what you did there.
You like that? You like that, do you?
Yeah, I went with Common too, man. Raekwon is probably my, outside of Method Man, one of my favorite Wu-Tang members. But I had to go with Common just because of what he represents to hip hop. Just the positivity of everything that he represents. I got to go with Common, man. It's good to see people like Common out there. Common advances to the Sweet 16. That's what's up, y'all. That's it. Put your comments down in there. Let us know who you advance, who you disagree with, who you would have taken, who's all the way to the Elite 8 for y'all. And we will catch y'all next time when we do the Elite 8.